Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here in Liverpool, and we're here at Strawberry Field. Now, if that sounds familiar, yes, it is from the John Lennon song, and there's a new, a beautiful park and exhibition here just opened that's now devoted to his memory and also to a lot of other things, and we're going to talk about that right here on Insider Travel Report. Now, I'm here with Alistair Verscheld. Did I get that right? Fastfeld, okay. And you are the Mission Development Officer. Obviously, you're with the Salvation Army. And we have Sue Harvey, who's the Commercial Manager, both for here, this wonderful new attraction, Strawberry Field. And it's a lot more, as I said. First of all, let's talk a little bit about what Strawberry Field was and what it meant to John Lennon.
So Strawberry Field was a children's home back in the day, two different buildings that were on the site. One that was a Victorian villa that was then demolished due to it being in disrepair, and there was also a fire. And then the Salvation Army built another children's home.
So there's been an association with Salvation Army from the beginning, right?
Indeed, right from the word go, 1936. The Salvation Army has owned the site, and we've just redeveloped it 3 times.
Wow. So now, so John Lennon grew up nearby, right?
Yeah, just literally on the back of the gardens here. So he used to nip over the wall.
And play with the other kids, right?
And play with the children that were in the homes, yeah, and listen to the band, be here for the fates. Yeah, there's lovely stories of him playing in the gardens here.
So then a few years later and a few songs later, he comes up with the idea and the song Strawberry Fields Forever. So he added the S, right? Is that true?
Yeah, so we Strawberry Field and he's Strawberry Fields Forever. And that song just, I think those words just reflect what he found when he came and found his peace in this place.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about that, what you find here. You opened really very recently in September, right?
We did, only 3 weeks ago now.
Because nothing was really here. The original house was demolished many years ago, and then I guess there might have been something else, but then there really was nothing here, right?
Yeah, so in 1970 the original house was demolished, and they'd rebuilt that, and then 2015 they started thinking, okay, so what's the new deal going to happen, on the site, and people have kind of just been praying about what should happen, and people have dreamt and come up with ideas, and this is the end result.
No, it's wonderful. And I remember I was here a few years ago on I guess the Magical Mystery Tour, and all we did was see the Iron Gates. And actually, we have right behind us the actual Iron Gates. There was another set of Iron Gates, I understand, in the front. But all you saw when you went on the tour was the red gates, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And a lot of people have never had the chance to go beyond the gates, and this is your chance to go beyond the gates.
And here we are, and we're in. There are really 3 main attractions if you count the restaurant, and here we are in a beautiful contemplative garden, right? And there's a lot of references to John Lennon throughout, right?
Yeah, and the garden, which some have dubbed the Garden of Peace and Love, there will be quotations. It's not all finished yet. There's still work in progress, but there'll be quotations from his lyrics and from other people, for people just to come and explore and find that peace for themselves.
And they can stay here and really they just really contemplate and meditate a little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have prayer space in the building as well for meditation and for just taking a bit of time out and finding yourself in a different place and thinking your own thoughts.
And then, of course, we have the exhibition itself, which is actually very interactive, and I just went through it, and you can hear the music, you hear the history of John Lennon, and also the history of this place. And I think it's fascinating the way you have it. You can spend a good hour or two inside the exhibition as well, right?
You can. If you do all the main screens, it's probably about 40 minutes, but if you do the whole content, it's just over 2 hours. And that talks about the history of the Salvation Army and its roots. It talks about the history of this place and the connection between John Lennon and the Salvation Army.
And then, of course, you have a nice little restaurant. You get a nice bite to eat and a gift shop, and all the proceeds go to Salvation Army, right?
They do. All of them go to our Steps to Work program, which helps vulnerable young adults between 18 and 25 who have learning difficulties or barriers to employment. So anything that people choose to spend with us, we don't take anything from that. That goes directly to that cause.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful, and we met some of the children and people who are here. But this really is a very sustainable tourism effort as well, right?
Yeah, we like to think so, because all the money that's generated from the exhibition, the cafe and the retail space stays at Strawberry Field, and that funds and drives our program with the Steps to Work.
And what is the cost for the whole experience? I mean, what are you charging?
It's $12.95 for an adult to go through the exhibition, and then we have various other ticket prices as we go. So it's we have a concessionary rate at £8. Children under 5 are free, and we have a concessionary rate for students as well at £8.
Okay, well, it sounds wonderful, and it's well worth the price of admission, as they say. Now, we go out to about 95,000 travel advisors out there in the U.S., and many of them have clients who are surprise, surprise Beatle fans and know this song so well. What would you tell them about what to tell their clients about how to best experience this place?
I think if you're going to best experience Strawberry Field, you need to give yourself some time. Come and enjoy the garden, come and enjoy the food, and come and enjoy the visitor experience, the exhibition. And if you give yourself some time, I think you will find it will be well worth it.
And I agree. I just walked around this garden. And what would you say to them in terms of best experience this?
I think you're making your own memory of Strawberry Field as well. So you come here, there's no expectation. You are entering something that's totally different, unlike anything that's Beatles at the moment. And you're coming beyond the gates, which nobody's had a chance to do, and making your own memory of Strawberry Field. And it's a fantastic place to visit.
I agree. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk about this wonderful new place where it really is the spirit of John Lennon is living here, the spirit of the Salvation Army. It's an amazing place to visit for your clients. So let you take them down here to Strawberry Field forever. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.